Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so your friends see it. Thank you.
When this GOP Sen told everyone the sick thing he wants to do to Trump, even Dems were shocked. Former Senator Gordon Humphrey, RNH, wrote letters to Democratic New Hampshire Representative Shea and Senators Jeanne, Shaheen and Maggie Hassan, imploring them to support a bill that calls for President Trump to have a mental health evaluation. Humphrey's incendiary letter begins by saying President Trump is seriously impaired by a sick psyche. He also called the president sick of mind, dangerous, and said he had poor judgment, belligerence, and reckless impetuosity. Humphrey comes across as totally unhinged. The letter was sent in response to the president's fire and fury comment on North Korea, which Humphrey likened to pouring gasoline on a fire. It's crazy. He also called for President Trump to be relieved of the powers of the presidency at the earliest date. He ends, "I urge you to act at once. This is an emergency." Humphrey asked the Democrats to support H.R. 1987, which is sponsored by U.S. Representative Jamie Raskin, Demo. The bill would create an oversight commission on presidential capacity that would evaluate the president's mental abilities to discharge the powers and duties of the office. This bill is crazy, and Humphrey's is crazy. They're both so crazy, in fact, that two of the Democrats Humphrey sent the letter to rejected it entirely. Shea said through a spokesperson. Creating a commission to pass judgment on the president's mental health sets a potentially anti-democratic precedent. Custer said through a spokesperson that she had concerns about the potential precedent set by H.R. 1987. No wonder this Humphrey guy only served 2 terms. We need to make sure Republicans like him get out and stay out of our elected bodies. We have enough problems with the Democrats. H. Deemer. Morning Joe calls Trump an authoritarian dictator for suggesting FBI should care about her crimes. President Trump tweeted about how the FBI need to do their job after all the corruption with Hillary and the DNC was exposed. Everybody is asking why the Justice Department, and FBI, isn't looking into all of the dishonesty going on with crooked Hillary and the Dems, tweeted President Trump. New Donna B. book says she paid for and stole the Dem primary. What about the deleted emails, uranium, Podesta, the server, plus people are angry. At some point the Justice Department, and the FBI, must do what is right and proper. The American public deserves it. Tweeted President Trump. According to the Morning Joe show on MSNBC, these tweets make President Trump an authoritarian dictator. After acknowledging at least in some notional sense that he understood he's not allowed to do that, he is frustrated by the fact that he can't behave like an authoritarian dictator. He's getting pretty close to it again, saying I can't do anything with the department and the FBI, but go FBI and Justice Department, making his preferences clear, said MSNBC political analyst John Heilemann. Look, he's a master at changing the subject. Right now, in a week in which his campaign chairman has been indicted, there's a lower-level campaign aide who has pled guilty. What's happening on the Mueller probe is closing in on him, being able to throw all of this stuff to go back to one of his most successful campaign rifts, at least for his base, crooked Hillary, and throw out an all-encompassing set of charges here as par for the course for him. It's the way he likes to deal with problems when they land in his lap, said Heilemann. Oxford scientists conclude that Hillary lost election to Trump because of robots. Hillary Clinton tries to blame everyone but herself for her humiliating loss to President Trump. The Russians, sexists, fake news, racists, Bernie Sanders, and more. She wrote an entire book about it. Now a group of scientists at Oxford just gave her a brand new excuse. Robots. According to their study, Hillary would have won if it weren't for robots. Building on the intuition that voters who have lost out to technology are more likely to opt for radical political change, we examined if robots shape the outcome of the 2016 U.S. presidential election, wrote Oxford scientists in a paper titled Political Machinery. Did robots swing the 2016 U.S. presidential election? Pitching technology against a host of alternative explanation, including workers' exposure to globalization, immigration, manufacturing decline, etc., we document that the support for Donald Trump was significantly higher in local labor markets more exposed to the adoption of robots, said the paper. Other things equal, a counterfactual analysis shows that Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania would have swung in favor of the Hillary Clinton if robot adoption had been 2% lower over the investigated period, leaving the Democrats with a majority in the Electoral College, they wrote. Democrats have a new strategy. Destroy all robots and technology and Hillary Clinton might do better. It's brilliant. Mila Kunis donated to Planned Parenthood in Mike Pence's name. She didn't expect what happened next. Hollywood actress Mila Kunis announced that each month she donates to Planned Parenthood in Mike Pence's name. However, she claims that she is not doing it as a prank or to offend anybody. I apologize if I'm offending anybody. It's not so much a prank as much as I disagreed with some of the stuff that Pence was doing and was trying to do. And so, as a reminder that there are women out there in the world that may or may not agree with his platform, I put him on a list of recurring donations that are made in his name to Planned Parenthood, said Kunis on Conan O'Brien's show. Every month, to his office, he gets a little letter that says like, an anonymous donation has been made in your name. I don't look at it as a prank, this is like, I strongly disagree, and this is my little way of doing it. It's a peaceful protest, she said. However, she did not expect what was coming next. Many pointed out that yes, you can donate to Planned Parenthood, so not every taxpayer should have to pay for it. Breaking, wealthy celebrity demonstrates that Planned Parenthood can be funded privately, wrote one user on Twitter. Providing at VP with a running tally of additional private funding for PP, demonstrating why they don't need taxpayer funding, wrote another. However, many other people went after Mila Kunis' sponsor, Jim Beam. Patriots, it's time to donate whatever you can to the itinerary in hashtag Mila Kunis' name. Also call it Jim Beam to let them know you will hashtag boycott them, wrote another user. Oh hell no, YouTube just did something terrible to Diamond and Silk. And they're coming back swinging. Diamond and Silk are in trouble, y'all. YouTube has put a stop on the monetization of 95% of their videos. Why? According to Diamond and Silk, it's because they are loyal supporters of President Trump. YouTube no longer allows users to make money off of videos that promote extremism, and Diamond and Silk's videos have, for some reason, been flagged as not suitable for all advertisers. Amen. Diamond and Silk make awesome, funny, and hard-hitting videos that support President Trump. It looks like YouTube is trying to suppress their viewpoints by defunding their videos. But we know these ladies won't back down. YouTube released these new guidelines August 1st. We'll soon be applying tougher treatment to videos that aren't illegal but have been flagged by users as potential violations of our policies on hate speech and violent extremism. If we find that these videos don't violate our policies but contain controversial religious or supremacist content, they will be placed in a limited state. The videos will remain on YouTube behind an interstitial, won't be recommended, won't be monetized, and won't have key features including comments, suggested videos, and likes. This sounds like straight up censorship, and like it could be abused to silence conservative speakers like Diamond and Silk. HT Washington Times. Humiliated right after the NIT's latest Gov. Report leak, they immediately got crushed by karma. Another day, another lie for the New York Times. On Tuesday, the newspaper ran a front-page article publishing a leaked climate report that was allegedly being suppressed by the Trump administration. This hit the stands with the usual cries of fascism and anti-science that the left likes to bandy about. Except there was one problem. The report the NIT published had actually been available for months since January. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, a federal body that studies the climate, also published a copy in March. After this was pointed out, the NIT issued a correction on Wednesday, saying, an article on Tuesday about a sweeping federal climate change report referred incorrectly to the availability of the report. While it was not widely publicized, the report was uploaded by the nonprofit Internet Archive in January. It was not first made public by the New York Times. This is hardly what I would call a proper apology or admission. In fact, the article still says some government scientists were concerned that it would be suppressed by the president. But hey, we gotta take what we can get when it comes to the New York Times. They won't cover this Clinton lynch scandal but will run a climate report that's already been published 8 months ago on their front page. These leftists really need to get a grip on reality. If the president were trying to suppress this climate report, he wouldn't have let NOAA publish it on their website. But the left only sees what they want to see. This time, luckily, they were found out. HT Daily Caller.